All right, check this out. How could a person pray for something, God give it to them, right? Only reason you missed it is because you chose not to see. You know, a person come to you in peace and happiness and all about building you up and building themselves up, right? How could you contradict that and try to play it to the left and act like that person wasn't about none of that? How could you talk about God like that person wasn't about God and trying to put you in a peaceful mind to where, you know, we at the same grounds? You know, how could you knock a man for working? You know what I'm saying? But not realize you knocking him for working because all you telling the nigga is you about money. You worship money. Money is your God. But if God say in the Bible, I got to work, you know what I'm saying? Then what's the point in saying it? If God say I got to work because I ain't gonna eat if I can't work. I can't be a husband or a man to a family or a wife if I can't hold a roof up. You know, with God above me and God in front of me, right? Because that's the order it's supposed to be in. God first, trusting God. Trusting God ain't questioning God. Trusting God is going with the flow of the canoe. When the canoe is in the water, trust God that He is steering the canoe and He is guiding my canoe where I need to be. Pray about things that I might want. Pray about things that I might expect, but trust that everything is God. So saying you ain't had a man of God, that's foul. That's one, that's foul. Two, fronting like you was an angel. You know what I'm saying? Fronting like God didn't give you a godly man, you know. A godly man don't mean a perfect man. For one, a godly man don't mean, you know, the man ain't got no kind of flaws or you know, but a godly man gonna barely be flawed in what he do because his heart in the right place, because he know God. You know, not a debate, just saying, just talking, you know. So you can't act like when that man came, you wasn't doing the devil's work on that man while that man was trying to help you. Whether or not you was ready for it or not, there really ain't no excuse, because at the end of the day, no matter how hurt you are by your past or whoever, God still hold you accountable for what you doing. So disrespecting a person, that's a decision. Belittling a man who being a man, that's a decision. That's a choice. You know? And then you can't get mad when the man finally, you know, you ticking off at the man, clicking off at the man. And before he show you hatred, before he show you hatred, that man show you love and show you patience and peace before it get to a hatred level, before it get to a bad attitude, before it get, you know, out of hand. And man try to be peaceful. And the things being done is extreme things. When he should have been snapped, he didn't. How you gonna say that ain't God in that man? That's not God. And the man praying for you, but you wishing death on the man. You having your own internal misunderstandings, you know, and taking it out on somebody who God sent to you, and then make a rant about how they wasn't this and that. That ain't true. God himself know that's a lie. You know that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? That ain't true. You know, when that when the man should have left a long time ago, that man was still holding it down. So you can't call that man fake, because in his eyes, he looking at God like, man, what you want me to do? What would God do? Pray for you, hold it down. God is love, God is patience, God is slow to anger. You know, with the extreme things that was happening, not being perfect, but not snapping back on that level. It took how long and how much for a person to snap on that level? A strong man, you know? So, you know, you can't say this person a snake or fake or whatever, because at one point you admit to saying, I'm using you. I'm just using you. So when a person questions you about, I wonder if you using me, who paint that picture? Who put that picture in that person's head? You know what I'm saying? Apology could follow, but who put the picture? Who painted that first? You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta take blame and fault for a lot of things that you did to a person that made them look a certain way at you, and you know, all of it, not just some, and feel immature and feel childish about it, like they not taking their blame just because they a man or something. You know what I'm saying? Just because a man is a man, he gotta take all the weight. He gotta just let it be cool. It's all good. He ain't, you know, like that shit don't hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like we not like men, like we robots and don't feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's different when a person was actually being dog ass. When a man being dog ass, he just gonna take his licks like a man, you know? Cause what he get is what he get. But when a nigga keeping it all the way, you know, 100 with you, or even if he keeping it 95, they ain't got a lot of 95 niggas out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody perfect. But if a nigga doing that much and he just dealing with your shit, your hell, and walking through your hell with you, giving you a shoulder to lean on, you could say things, I wish death on you. Or you could, fuck you, you pussy, you bitch ass nigga, shit like that. And that person still do for you, that person is the MVP. Because they looking past your shit. When that person can still pray for you, that person is the MVP, because they looking past what you did. They looking at it on a spiritual level, not on, you know, what it really is. They looking at it as it's a spiritual thing, and it been like that. So what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, man. You can't shit on a person yesterday and then look for them tomorrow after you start shaking the bridge and lighting that bridge on fire, and then act like you didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't real. That shit ain't real. Just because you could do fake shit to a person that a person ain't doing you, just because you doing fake shit to a person and could admit it and apologize, fake flaky shit is still fake flaky shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody perfect. A couple of mistakes is cool, because nobody perfect. But when you profusely doing it, and they warning you and telling you, don't do me like that, you doing it like that, you doing this wrong, and they keep telling you how it's making them feel, then who wrong? You doing it on purpose. So don't act like God didn't send you something good. God didn't send you a man of God, a godly man, you know what I'm saying? A man who about you. You know what I'm saying? A man who catering to you, but you ain't giving that man nothing but hell. Don't talk about that dude, man. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, man. Because ain't nothing cool about that. Ain't nothing real about that. Don't do that. You know, it'll be acceptive if a person could take full responsibility and free themselves and say, yeah, I was doing a double work when God sent me a person that I know was from him to help me and love me. I didn't understand why, why he sent them at that moment, but I did pray for it, but I wasn't really ready, so I didn't know how to deal with it. So I took a lot of things out on that person. If a person could be grown and say that, things would probably be a lot different, I'm not saying it out of hatred or nothing, though. But that ain't cool to refer to somebody as fake after they holding somebody down that's doing them 30, and then paint a picture like God didn't do nothing. First you played God because you acting like what he gave you wasn't good enough, like you was too good for what he gave you. So you played him first. You shit on what he gave you after you asked for it. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter what form it came in, you still asked for it and you shit on it. So you played God first and then you played the person he sent. Cause they wasn't trying to mean no harm to nobody. They wasn't doing nothing wrong. So it's not right in God's eyes or man's eyes to paint a pretty picture of something that didn't even go on. Somebody you wasn't even portraying, it wasn't even you. You came like, the person came like an angel and you came at the angel like a devil and act like you ain't know. But nobody's stupid, man. People know what they doing. So last time I made a video like this, I was saying people walking out my life and God must be doing something for me. Something going on. Well, it must be one of them times, because I ain't did nothing. I ain't perfect. But I know, and God know, I ain't do nothing to this world that this world done to me. Be careful what you say. You know what I'm saying?